This bullet makes people laugh. It disintegrates when it hits the man. A piece goes straight into his brain. The man laughs out loud as expected. He keeps laughing even in the hospital. The doctors think about doing an MRI. Strange things start happening. His fingers spasm, but he feels no pain. Before the doctors check, his vision rapidly worsens. He's completely blind without a test. Then his heart rate skyrockets. His wounds bleed heavily. What they didn't expect was Dr. Foreman starts laughing just like the man. The doctors realize this could be an unknown disease. They immediately put the man and Foreman into isolation. Foreman gives an important clue. He visited the man's house to find germs. He collected possible samples. Then he developed the same symptoms, so the virus is in the man's house. House immediately seals the man's house. He tests the samples Foreman brought. They find no useful clues. The man's condition worsens fast. He feels pain all over, and the pain level keeps rising. Seeing his pain, Foreman feels great pressure. Foreman thinks of a crazy idea. When Cameron changes his bandages, Foreman picks up a used needle and sticks it in her thigh. This might infect Cameron. To save herself, Cameron follows Foreman's advice. She sneaks into the man's house to find the virus and tries to find a cure, but before she finds anything, the hospital gets bad news. The man's condition worsens again, in unbearable pain. Even with adrenaline, it doesn't help. House thinks it's hypersensitivity to pain. It means the virus spread to his pain nerves. Thus, this pain will never stop. The only thing left is to knock him out with medicine. At this point, Cameron discovers a bucket of pigeon droppings. It's a perfect place for a new kind of fungus. Once the fungus enters the brain, it causes euphoria, blindness, and uncontrollable pain. This explains all the man's symptoms. They immediately start treatment for the fungus and test the droppings for the fungus. To their surprise, the treatment doesn't work. He suffers a cardiac arrest. Foreman gives him enough adrenaline. Even after emergency resuscitation, it's no use. No fungus is found in the droppings. The clue is broken. Foreman sees the man's death. Foreman feels his own end is near. In his despair, House quietly gives Foreman an ice pick and hammer. He wants Foreman to extract a brain sample. A biopsy could find out what the man had. Only then can Foreman get the right treatment. The dean arrives to stop them. He thinks it's an unknown disease. It must be handled by the CDC. But at this point, Foreman doesn't care about that. By the time the CDC finds the cause, he'll be dead. So, Foreman decisively swings the hammer, but he only pulls out cotton from the mattress. Clearly, Foreman's condition worsens. Just like the man a day ago, his vision starts to fail. The CDC soon takes away the man's body. House's plan to investigate the body is cut off. Foreman's condition worsens faster than expected. In less than 2 hours, his pain level reaches 8. If Foreman doesn't save himself, he will die. He begs House for a cerebrospinal fluid test, but House refuses. The surgery is risky, and it could leave him a vegetable. However, Foreman doesn't give up despite House's refusal. When Cameron changes his bandages, Foreman asks Cameron to be his proxy. He'd rather be a vegetable than die. Kind-hearted Cameron agrees to help. She immediately arranges the surgery team because it's the patient's wish, so even House can't stop it. At a critical moment, House thinks of a solution. Since Foreman only went to the man's house once,